Welcome to the paint garden. We're now live. Thank you for your patience. We're a little bit late today. We had a few technical issues, but we're doing the poppy again. And so in 9 paintings, we're going to take you from basic to fabulous. This is the second painting and the third step. Yes. So we started here, and our objectives were to keep it light, loose, and simple. Impressionistic. We did the second step last time. Again, keep it impressionistic, keeping it very blobby, but yet have form, and talked about hard and soft edges. We did this last time. I don't like mine. Hers looks better. Today,
looks okay.
It looks beautiful. Today,
ta-da!
Ta-da!
So the last step for the poppies is just pushing it further, going a little extra mile. We're going to be adding oils, paint on top of our acrylics, and gold shimmery paint markers, because we are just like that.
Yep.
Before we start adding our oils and having fun, though, we are going to push some of our values a little deeper. Sarah really wants to mess with hers because she doesn't like it. And so she wants to fix some things before. Because once you put the oil down, you can't put acrylic on top, right? The oil goes down, that's it. You have to that's your final step. So, today, where are we starting? What? Where's the face?
Where's the pose?
What pose?
Pause.
Oh.
Guys, we're trying to do this whole edit thing. And you just keep on going.
I forgot about the pause. I should have, because it was randomly robot pause last time.
Yeah, robot.
And then I switched it to. There you go.
Do we need to redo it?
Well,
we're live.
It's live. There's no real doing. We'll just have to try to seamlessly blend those two things
together.
We're going
to have to redo it, even though it's live, because we can't seamlessly blend it when it's for the final video that we're selling to people.
Okay.
We can if we pause now.
Yeah. So let's do it again with a pause.
Okay.
The whole intro?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm not going to be able to edit it.
Why don't we say, future Sarah self, cut here?
Because there's nowhere we have to do it again.
All right.
I know.
Nobody's watching us.
Nobody's watching us.
If somebody watches the video later, which I will do, now we're just going to say this whole thing over again. I don't know why we have to do the intro again. Well, you have to cut the intro and then put the new intro for the final video, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's probably easier than trying to splice into the conversation you have.
Yeah, that's why I was
Okay, so now we're going to pause right here and do it. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, why don't we just future Sarah, editing Sarah.
Okay, pause.
All right, what camera are we going to? Two?
Two.
We're on 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, what are we doing today with this guy?
Today, we're going to add a little bit more definition on him. If you notice, the leaves are a little bit more defined. You have a little bit more of flow. And we have some more defined light tones and dark tones in here. We're going to do that first with acrylic, and then we're going to add oil. And why are we waiting to add the oil?
Because oil can go on top of acrylic paint. And that's totally fine, because acrylic paint has a much faster curing time, right? You can let it sit and it doesn't off gas. But however, oils, they off gas.
So you have, this is plastic.
Mm-hmm.
And it just has water and evaporates. Now, oil paint, it has a chemical reaction. And it can take up to 10 years for it to off-gas completely. And it continues to off-gas. So if I take and paint this with oil and then put plastic on top of it, we're going to have issues.
Yes.
We're going to have lots of issues.
Maybe not right at first, but eventually it will crack apart.
It will crack apart. So we're going to finish our definition. We already have our palette here. Our palettes that we're going to use. We have the mixing medium to extend the dry time and to double our paint. We have raw umber, ultramarine blue, cadmium red, yellow ochre, and titanium white. And we have made our different blues and greens and yellows here, and then we have our reds. So now we're going to need to make some more like teal color.
I need to remix my dark greens. I'm out of dark green. And there is like this pretty
That's
tealy,
chunky.
sagey color that I like quite a bit.
I like the Tilly Sagey color.
It's pretty.
It's very pretty. And I think I need more white, titanium white in mine to make that sage color.
That's what I was thinking.
Because I have a lot of yellow.
Yeah. I have a ton of yellow in mine. I don't know if I want to keep it that yellow or if I want to pull that back some.
So let's look at the palette. Let's come and figure out where's your palette at right now, right? What colors do you have on your palette? How do we make a wide variety of teals and dark greens? Now, what's the opposite color of green?
Red.
Red. So we already have it. You can darken your green just by adding red. Ooh, I like this. Look at that. That's a really pretty color.
Oh, that's a really pretty sage color.
I like that color.
So when you say opposite of green, you mean opposite on the color wheel?
Yes.
Yes, they're complementary colors. So you have the primary colors, which are red, yellow, blue. And then you mix them together for the secondary colors, which are purple, green, and orange. And you have complementary colors, where how I remember those is what are Christmas colors? Red and
Green.
And then if you have a blue ocean, you have an orange sunset. Or Bronco colors, but not everybody knows Bronco colors. And yellow and purple, I remember this one with a yellow crown and a purple princess dress. So I think I have my sage colors. I have my darker greens. I have a little blue greens. I have like my purple greens and then my reds. I think I'm ready to paint.
Okay.
Okay, so if you look here at the, what is this? It's a canvas.
That is a canvas.
That is a canvas.
Yeah.
We're going to come here with these sage colors and add a little bit more pops. And they have harder edges. Like right now, I'm kind of smushy. And I picked up my little detail brush. And I'm putting my detail brush down. Why is that?
Because you're not doing little details. For this painting, from pretty much the whole thing, you're going to want our bigger brushes.
It makes your life easier. Everybody thinks they have less control with a littler brush. But I have a little point right here with my brush. I have a nice crisp edge. These angle brushes, truthfully, are amazing.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to look, you know what? I'm going to throw some in there, but I think I want some red. Because look how beautiful this is. And look how poopy mine is.
You want to work on the secondary large poppy?
Yeah. I'm just going to throw some things on here and then wash out my green. Totally change tracks here.
We were doing darks. Well, I'm going to do dark greens. I'm pretty good with my poppies. They are what they are.
You have good poppies. My poppies just need some love. We were talking about this earlier, how it takes as long as it takes to do stuff.
It does. Especially like painting, it's going to look bad for a little while. And that's something we're always telling our students. It's to not lose confidence in themselves or us. Because sometimes they'll look at you and be like, what is this crazy lady trying to teach me right now? What is she having me do? But it will be good in the end. Oh, that's nice. You just dropped the negative space down at the bottom.
Yeah, just made them a little bigger. And sometimes it just takes that little bit of literally, I just changed that, bloop, just a little bit. And all of a sudden, it looks good. And if I gave up halfway through,
All right.
you would have never been beautiful.
Huh.
Yeah.
So for the darks in this guy, this one is much darker on this side of the canvas than I have mine. Mine's pretty even in tone from one side to the other, so I'm going to darken this corner quite a bit.
Okay, I like that. I like how it has like some darks here and some lights here. And let's talk about a fancy term. It's called a flow line. This is not a line, but it's kind of a group of, I don't know, light tones. And it creates a shape. And it's called the flow line. You have another one here where you see the stem that comes up, and it continues that line here and then comes up, around, and down. Does that make sense? Do you get that? Like, that explanation was a little bit weak. Just a little bit.
Maybe. The first time you explained flow lines to me, I was like, okay.
Okay.
What? And it took a little bit of time. I was going to say a lot of time. It was kind of a bit of a time for me to figure out what you were talking about.
Sometimes I just don't explain it as well as I can.
It is an odd concept to try to explain, though.
It's like almost like connect the dots.
Yes.
You have to find, how to connect the dots to make the image. And so, like, you have this bunch, your eye comes here, but then you have this line that comes this way. And that line that comes that way to help your eye stick on the page. One of my favorite things to do is with the artists is I have them step back and I hold their painting. And I have them look at it after they've closed their eyes and they've cleared their head. And you notice how your eye travels, right? And you look at the composition. You want to see, you come here and you see this, and then your eye goes down, up, and around. And if you didn't have this rose, this is not a rose, a poppy here, he would have just went bloop, right off the page.
Right off the page.
Right off.
Yeah,
I just like, I don't even want to look at you no more.
And in art, it's one of those sneaky things that artists do. I was like, yes, we're subtly controlling how you look at a painting. You didn't know this, but that's what we've been doing this whole time.
Right? We're going to make sure this one's really detailed and these ones are a little blurry, so we pay more attention to the big one.
We're just sneaky. That's what we are. Artists are sneaky. Not really.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing is, like, there'll be a really good painting that has a lot of good techniques, but you're just like, it's not quite there, and you don't know why. And then you learn these rules, and you're like, oh, the flow line's wrong. The composition needs to be centered with... You can be all fancy. I like to get all fancy sometimes.
It can be fancy.
Yeah.
We do spend a lot of time trying to... I don't want to say dumb down, but like make it more easily digestible for students. These big, overreaching art concepts, right? And so we spend a lot of time coming up with ways of how do we explain this to a 10-year-old without them going, heh? Or even adult, because that's exactly what I did. I went, what?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? And then I realized I did know what you were talking about. I just hadn't heard it explained that way. And then I was like, oh, okay. I got this. I'm smart. I know things.
I try to add some red to my green to make it darker, and it turned into like just red.
Too much red.
Just red there. And this is the wonderful part about this, peeps. You can just like take it off.
And it's gone.
And it's gone. And I kind of like that wipe off method. I might use that in the future. There we go. Darkening this side up here. I'm going to grab another brush to get the lights in here, because I want to put them on the canvas at the same time. You come here and you put on one color, and while it's still wet, I grab my other brush. You can work wet into wet. And just pick up that paint and work at the same time. My art teacher would get frustrated because I'd end up like with this many brushes in my fingers, like Wolverine. He's like, you know, Sarah. And I'm like, but it works. He's like,
Damn it.
no.
Yeah, it's fine. Who was it that was painting last? So I had a student yesterday in class, and she was painting like that. She had literally every one of her paintbrushes like in her hands, and then at one point she had them like this, and then she went like this, and she was literally like painting back and forth with like a different brush, and I was like, what the heck? What are you doing? She's like, it works, and I was like, does it though? Are you sure?
Did it?
Kind of. And I'm like, okay, just if that's what you're doing, let's go with that. It was like the weirdest pecking kind of like.
Let me see.
Can do it. It's weird though, right?
It is.
Dexterous painting.
Yes.
You know, I've become quite ambidextrous teaching. Because I'm coming in here and helping students, and I'll be on the other side of them, and then I can just like come over there and show a few things. Mm-hmm. And I've gotten pretty ambidextrous. I'm still not as good. Like sometimes I'm like, okay, I have to switch.
I was like, oh, I really have to actually use my dominant hand. Also, we get really used to painting at weird angles.
Yes.
Because we're like this, and we're like twisting around a student to try to do it, and I'm like, right. And sometimes I'm just like, all right, I can't do this. Get up. Move.
Just move. I
need to show you how to do this, and I can't do it while I'm like twisted up like a pretzel.
Yeah. The place I worked for, they had work horses.
Oh, I hated those.
And they're just pretty much like a wooden bench that has a piece of wood that you'd rest your painting on. So you're sitting on a piece of wood.
Yeah.
And they have them all lined up. And you're supposed to get in between them and show. And so like my left hand had a callus on my knuckle where I would lean down and like this. And I'd paint. Oh my gosh. Like,
No.
when we designed the academy, I was like, that is not happening. I don't care if you've used these workhorses for 500 years.
No. Yeah, in college, in my drawing class, we had those. And they were the actual worst things. Half the time I just gave up. I'm like, I'm just going to stand. I'm just standing. Like, I'll just stand here for 3 hours and draw rather than sit on this piece of wood. That is impossible to be comfortable on. Like, they're weirdly low and like, I hate those things.
I don't know. I think there's so many things that become tradition. And it's like, why?
The art community does get a little snobby. Snobby? Yeah, just a little bit uppity about certain things.
This is the way it's been done. Like watercolors especially. They're so weird. It's like if you put a little charcoal on that, it's not now a pure watercolor.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, well, okay.
The purest things.
Oh! What are we doing right now?
What are we doing right now? Oh, we're doing the next step, which we need to take a photo. Okay, guys, if anybody watches these lives, sporadically, could you just be like, hey, guys, you need to take a photo, please?
We're making them now accountable for what we're supposed to do.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
If we say things out loud.
Why? Exactly. The conference we went to.
Yes.
If you tell a mentor your wildest dreams, you're 23% more likely to achieve it.
Mm-hmm. So by telling you, our muses, out loud that we need to take photos, they're our mentors now. They're the ones we're painting for, right?
Yes, you're now our mentor. No, why are we doing it?
It's
for you.
It is for you. So maybe it's for your own good.
We're going to create PDFs and eventually a book so that you can have a step-by-step guide with all the explanations, all the color tubes of paint you're going to need, all the know-hows, and a nice, beautiful picture so you have a nice reference. So it only helps you to remind us to take pictures.
Exactly. It's for you. It is for you, but we're real bad about it, guys. We're really bad.
We just get painting.
Yes.
I do not like this brush. Like, look at this.
What is happening?
It has not been...
Why?
Yeah. Okay, this is what happens, people. If you're frying it, it might be your brush. It has not been cleaned out well enough, and so it's starting to spread.
Can they
And
see
so-
that? Which camera are you on, Ron?
Can you see
One,
that?
two.
All right, should we get closer to 2 so they can
Yeah.
actually see what we're talking about? So, for this one, do you see how spread out those are? Even though she's pushed it through her paint, it should look like this. So this edge is what makes angle brushes so beautiful and why we like them. But if it's like this, it's too much paint in the scalp. Somebody hasn't scrubbed that out the way that they should have.
So I'm going to go soak this brush and get a new one.
Okay.
Like, it's not worth it.
Right.
I can't paint.
It's not going to do what you want. This is why keeping your brushes, scrubbing them out, making sure you don't have a bunch of paint in your scalp is important. Especially with acrylic paints. Once it gets in there, it's not going to come out, guys. I wonder who was using that brush that we need to go and have a discussion about brush etiquette.
So we need a brush discussion and a bathroom discussion.
The bathroom discussion is an ongoing thing. We work with children.
It's the first month of the semester. Yes, we do have and a good academy director showed me how to do this with children, because I would want to go and figure out exactly who had peed all over the bathroom and go have a talking to them.
Yes.
Doesn't work. Oh, I did not turn off my phone. Boop. Yeah.
I thought that was the train out there.
No,
For once, it was not the train in the mall.
no, it was the train on my phone. So anyways, this academy director, she was like, she would just talk to the masses. She'd go, hey, everybody, there's pee all over the bathroom. Let's remind yourselves that if that happens, that's okay. Here's some wet wipes, clean it up. And everybody should make sure everything's clean. Let me know if some of it looks gross when you go in there. Instead of trying to, like, not blackmail,
Like persecute.
persecute that person. Now everybody's aware of it. And you move on. Now, brush etiquette.
Brush etiquette, though, I don't know. I think sometimes, I was like, I know we go over brush etiquette with the students when they first start. But I was like, do we just need to... Yes.
Number one.
Number one, this is one of Megan's most pet peeves. Don't leave your brush in the water.
Think about that point. If you want it nice pointy, that's going to... Number two.
Scalp.
Scalp. Keep it clean as you go along. Number three. Oh, what?
Well, make sure that if your brush does get too chunk up with paint, take your palette knives, squeegee them out. Because it has, especially in oils, we mix with our brushes. So sometimes our brushes just chunky, right? It's just fat. We don't want to paint that way all the time for certain techniques you do. But so the other day I was like, why don't you just squeegee out your brush? And this was a student who's been here a long time. And I was like, squeegee your brush. What are you doing? And she looked at me like, what? And I was like, palette knife.
Squeegee.
Flat. Squeeze.
Beat the devil out of it. Get it nice and
out.
clean.
Like, just, it's okay.
Well, and then two, sometimes you're like, I just suck. I cannot paint this. And it's your actual tools you're using. Like, think about
How you're using it.
how you're using it. If I'm explaining something and it's not working, and it might be your brush, like, get a better brush.
We were actually talking about brush etiquette today. And the whole, brush handling habits.
When were you talking about this?
I was talking about this with you this morning. About how you have, this thought of, how brush handling and painting may correlate or may not correlate with a person's personality.
Oh, okay. The conversations we have that are totally random, like we talked about that.
And we talked
Yes.
about a lot of random things, guys.
We were talking about okay, this is the third painting, right? Look at my rag.
Oh yeah, the rags.
And look at her rag. Mine is full of paint. Yours is not.
Mine's been folded and tacoed properly.
Mine is. I just think I put more paint in here than you do,
think
because
so.
I think you are more careful about how you load your brush and apply it. And I keep on going, oh, that was not the color I wanted on my brush. Like, ADHD queen.
Tacos.
And sometimes I need to stop yapping and actually focus on what I'm doing.
I can yap for a little bit.
Yeah.
I can yap about the fact that I have lost a little bit of direction. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm just kind of like pushing paint around, and
Don't muddy it.
I know that's what I'm trying not to do. But
And
I was
there's
like,
like-
I want to deepen things, but
Are you looking back and forth? You're not looking back and forth. You're just focusing on your canvas at this point.
I'm looking at my
Ooh, I like your
painting
canvas.
and how I want to develop it. Because again, when I started, she has all this dark in this section. And so I wanted to push one corner of mine darker, take out a little bit of the yellow, but now I'm second guessing myself and I'm scared.
So let's talk about like trying to reproduce this exactly and observing it back and forth all the time versus just stop looking at it and focusing on what you want to see.
Yeah.
So in a lot of ways, I'm still going back and forth my eyes a lot. And I'm still trying to make it resemble that.
I've given up on that completely.
You've completely given it up on it.
I used Sydney to help me, Sydney's reference by 9th Muse, to help me paint them and find the values. But now I just kind of want to make it so that I'm happy with it at the end of the day.
You have to do kind of a mixture of both. Like that's totally cool. But I'm still going back and forth. But I have to make sure that I'm not so caught up on making it exactly like hers. I'm looking at the elements. Why does this right here work, right? It's not the exact color, but that's okay. And finding the shapes in here, finding the tones in here, the brush strokes. And I'm going back and forth and back and forth. You choose kind of what experience you want right now. Are you trying to make it more like the subject or the reference? Are you kind of going rogue? And if you're going rogue and it's not working,
Maybe go back to the reference.
and look about what is working in the reference and what you need to incorporate into your painting so it works again. Like, do you need more defined leaf strokes? Do you have a nice balance between your lights and your darks? A lot of people too get really weird about not wanting really hard darks and hard lights.
That's true.
They want everything like a middle tone.
Yeah, the blending.
The blending.
So
That's an evil laugh.
it's just over blending is, I feel like, is one of the hot topics of our teacher meetings. You know, at the end of every class, we sit down, we try to like huddle and talk about our successes, our struggles, etc., and talk with the other teachers to figure out what we can do better, or what we did well, and we can share it. So a lot of the times, a really common topic is, how do I prevent this student from over blending all of the details they just work so hard to put in, right? And it's true for all the mediums that we teach, pastels, watercolors, and oils. They just blend too much sometimes. And you just want to be like, stop it, walk away from it. I was threatening a child with getting a water bottle the other day, like a cat. You know, stop it, stop it, stop blending.
Just to let you know, we're at the 30-minute mark at this point.
Beautiful.
Okay. But yes, continue what we're saying. Besides me,
Spraying our students with spray bottles?
I threatened to, I didn't actually do it.
You should have. You should.
It was one of our older long-term students.
Yeah.
Keeps over blending things. Drive me crazy.
I'm coming back in here with my poppies, and I'm getting more definition in them. building them out a little bit more. I'm using like my purpley green color to kind of add that extra texture. I'm going to come back in here with some light. I need some yellow eyeballs for the poppies. That's one thing you did last time that really made it
Yellow?
stand out. It was just beautiful.
I just put a little last time. I added a little bit more yellow in because I didn't like how. But I might, wow, those poppies. That purple did a lot.
Did it?
Uh-huh. Have you stepped back from it?
No.
Step back for a bit.
Step back. Take a picture.
Oh.
You need to take a picture.
Okay.
And it'd be fun for you two to take your pictures as you go along to see how it develops too. So, Musey, do the same thing. Take a picture every time you step back. Beautiful.
I'm stealing your purple idea. I'm gonna add a little bit of purple.
I like your blues. I like how blue your greens are.
I did add quite a bit. I could push them darker if I actually mixed in something like black, but I don't know if I want to. I think she did.
Shouldn't use black.
I think she almost got down to like fake black.
Well, she'd have to take
The brown and
the
blue.
brown and the blue. So she would take if you look at the palette here, she'd have to take this raw umber in ultramarine blue. Let's do this. You're going to take some raw umber, and it's pretty dark anyways, but it's definitely brown. And you're going to take some of this ultramarine blue and mix it together, and it's going to be really dark, beautiful black. And then I have this black at my disposal to come and darken wherever I need it. But it's not that harsh Mars black.
If you're wondering why go through the effort of mixing your own blacks, it looks better.
Long and short, it looks better. And to people's, it's cheaper.
Oh, that too, actually. Mixing your own colors, it is cheaper because you can mix just the amount that you need. Pre-mixed paint is more expensive. And obviously we have some pre-mixed colors. Like we
Yes.
have umber, we use sienna, ochre is a mixed color.
Technically, you can just use your primaries. But I have a warm primary and a cool primary, plus warm and cool browns, and that's my limited palette. But instead of going and buying all of them, first thing, it costs more money. Second thing, your painting isn't as cohesive as it could be. So it's just better. It's just better to learn how to mix your colors early on and make it more gooder all the way around.
It also just makes you seem fancy. Also, learn your color names.
Guys, it's 9 o'clock somewhere. Make sure you get your chocolate. You have a banana bread today.
I do have a banana bread today. I don't know if I want to eat it though.
I'm getting my darks. Ooh, see? I was just showing them how to mix up dark, but now that I'm putting the dark in, I'm like, ooh, I'm glad I did it. Even though it's not like this, it has more green tint to it. I'll put a little bit more green tint to it, but I just like the dark.
It is. And it's going to get deeper when we put the sienna on top of it.
I have to remember that too, huh?
We have sienna going on top.
So, finish up your acrylic part. We're going to come here after this and get the marker and really get those flow lines going. And then we'll put the oil on top. So let's finish up all of our acrylic. The first time I did this was so much better.
It looks good.
It looks-
Now it actually, because of those deepest darks, now it looks vaguely Halloween-y.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I do too. I'm peeling to the season.
I love this time of year.
It's the best season.
Serious.
It is.
It's not so hot. It's, I don't know, the slight breeze. Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Wait,
Spooky time.
it's spooky time. My brother's living with the pumpkin and everything right now.
You know, I know we would get tired of it if it was all the time this way, but no, I want it all the time. Because I don't want what happens afterwards.
Winter? Yeah, I don't like the snow. I'm not down for winter. I like fall. I like it just be cold enough that I can wear my hoodies and my sweaters and be cozy and comfy, and that's it.
We call it crispy. We like it when the weather's crispy and no more.
None, that's it.
Yeah. And then you know what? Why? I want to know the science.
The science?
Why people go outside and they... No, let me finish my thought. Let me finish my thought. I know I'm this gal, but I do go out. I do go outside. I do.
This is good why people go outside.
And they come back and they smell cold.
Oh yeah. Cold has a smell.
Cold has a smell.
Just like heat has a smell.
Does heat have a smell?
Yeah, summer has a very distinct
No,
smell.
but like it doesn't linger on you. Like when
Yeah, it does. It stays on your skin.
Heat just smells like garbage.
No, that's not true.
Because garbage smells worse in the heat.
I
That's
think
all I smell.
you're just...
I just think it's BO.
No, the sun has... Have you ever, okay, there's somebody, you've been outside all day, and you're not necessarily gross, you've just been outside in the sun, okay? And you come inside, give that person a hug. You can smell the sun on their skin.
Okay, I'm gonna have to notice
Well, next summer.
next summer.
And it's different than body odor, like them sweating. It's literally just like their skin absorbing the sun. It has a smell just like the cold does.
We need some science person. Ron, go look at the Google.
If heat has a smell,
Is cold?
Heat has a smell.
Ask if what's the science? Like, what is the science why somebody smells cold and somebody smells hot? Apparently, like
you smell.
when I'm doing these poppies, I am just dabbing.
Did you know that outer space has a noise?
What?
Yeah.
How does that?
Outer space has a noise?
Yeah, it's background radiation, which is like always been there since the Big Bang, basically.
Ah.
And yeah, you can actually like tune into it and listen to it. It's like a radio frequency.
Well, isn't that the static on old time TVs? Because that's why I was taught.
I don't know if
Like
that's true.
microwave background radiation. That very well could be, because I mean it's like everywhere in the universe.
Yeah. So, some of your viewers are too young to remember channels. And if you got on the wrong
Channels.
I know, with the remote.
Uh-huh.
And if you got on one, or we had a dial. Did you ever have a dial TV?
Yes.
And so you've gotten the wrong one and you just have this cloudiness. You've probably seen it, you young musies, I don't know, in... What is that movie with the lady coming out the TV?
The Ring.
The Ring, yeah. And in my astronomy class in college, he said that was the Big Bang. We were looking at the Big Bang. That's the noise.
Did you guys know The Ring was a Japanese movie before it was an American one?
I did.
No.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I watched it the other day.
Japanese and Koreans are they're horror. They have the whole genre pretty much on lock. And I say that as somebody, I don't even watch that many horror movies. Don't like it. But Japanese and Koreans on horror movies.
Yeah. There is this one, I wish I could remember the name. It was like an older movie made in the 90s, but there was this Japanese guy being chased by this ghost, and the ghost was moving in slow motion, and that made it freakier somehow.
Sarah, I think I'm done with my acrylic.
I think I am messing up mine. Okay.
Are you overworking it?
I'm putting it a little more contrast because I like that.
Do you guys want to hear the science on
Yes.
smelling temperature?
Yes, we
Yes.
have to let our paint dry for a second.
According to this, you can't directly smell heat or cold as they are sensations of temperature, not substances with odor molecules. However, heat causes molecules to move faster, increasing the rate of diffusion, which means you can smell the odor molecules from heated objects or foods more easily. Cold air slows down these molecules, making them harder to detect.
So
You
when-
should be able to smell heat more than you would be able to smell
That's
cold.
why I smell like the grossness of a person easier. It's not because they're sweating. It's because I smell more of them,
So to you, cold is just less.
less of that person.
Yes, it's just
Yeah.
like an absence of that.
We need to wash out brushes because we need to switch out our water and our oil.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna use a different brush. I've only used
Okay.
one. But yeah, I can switch out our water.
So I
Yeah.
like people in the winter because there's just less of them to
Smell?
smell.
That's exactly what it is, Sarah.
Gosh. Okay. Why is she switching out our water? Yeah, plastic. We've been using plastic. Now we have heavy metals. And if we mix them, bad things happen. So we're going to make sure we get new brushes, new water. If you're in the paint garden, look how cool you are. You don't even have to wash out your brush. You'd be like, I'm switching to oil. Could I have a new brush, please? And we're like, yes. Here you go, darling. So that's another cool thing about the paint. I hate washing out my brushes. Megan washes out the brushes because she loves me. And when you're in the paint garden, you don't have to wash them out either. I love the paint garden. And now I've sat there and talked and held my chocolate chips. You're supposed to go from here to here, Sarah, not child mine. So is it chocolate or is it paint?
That is the question.
Okay. Oh, Charlie.
So, you explained,
I'm going to go wash. I didn't wash out my brush before.
honey.
Honey. Why don't you switch out the palette?
Okay, I will switch
And I'll
out the
go wash out my
palette.
brush.
So, brand new sparkly water. So, we're swapping out. We're going to move our acrylic palettes to the side. And I'm pretty sure I can stack this without the bottom being covered. And ta-da! Oil palette.
Doorway. Boom.
So it looks very similar. The difference is instead of the sponge, we have glass.
Now, why is that?
Because the glass, we can just wipe the oil off of it. If it ever really dries, we can scrape it off. A little palette knife. You can use the glass for acrylic paints too.
If you use the acrylics on here, it dries really, really, really fast. You can scrape it off, it's fine. But I like using the sponge because it's just so much more gooder. So much more gooder. Okay.
Somebody didn't clean this all the way off.
We're going to use one of my favorite oil paintings. Colors.
Colors, yes. Sienna is one of the best colors ever.
Seriously. We started like deepening different paintings with this and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Do you like to use that to darken up other colors?
Underpaintings, undertonings, it has this nice little red tint to it.
It's a really warm.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
It has a warmth to it that I really love. So I'm a Sienna fan right now.
Yeah.
You went and got a filbert, you cheater.
I went and got a filbert. I didn't want to wash it out. We don't have time for that. So, Lincito, we are using special oils. This is something I didn't know when I first started trying to paint. I went out and got a bunch of oils, and I painted, and they're so beautiful, and I tried to wash out my brush, and it didn't work because you need terpenoid. We use water mixable oil paints, and then we have water mixable linseed oil, And so we can wash it out in the water and it's beautiful. And you are right, Megan. What do we need to do before we do that?
The marker.
The marker.
Yeah, because we put that on first because it's acrylic paint still. And then we put on our oil.
Which one did we like?
I don't remember. Which one was the one that worked? Oh, I should probably do that further away so you guys don't have to hear that.
Yeah, this one's like more rose gold. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to come here, and I'm not going to outline everything.
Did that one even work?
Maybe. My hands are so messy today. I swear there's some days that they're just messy.
Here, we can take
Okay.
turns.
So I'm going to come here and define this poppy without outlining it, right? Talk about line weight. I kind of started it here so you could see. But when we come here, is this good, Ron?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to come and you're going to start and get thicker and thinner. And then you're just going to stop. And then you're going to continue that line down here. And that's what we call flow line. Like it's not an actual line. It's just it starts and stops. And then it comes here, this leaf, we're going to define it. And you're going to find your leaves in your picture. Don't try to use a reference at this point. Try to find your uniqueness in your painting.
Is it safe to say we're looking for more like expressions of form than actual like detailing out?
Yes.
I love that. Yeah, so we're looking at expressions of form, but not all like... How do you say that again, Ron? Say it loud so everybody can hear that one.
We're looking more for a hint or an expression of a form rather than detailing out an actual form.
Yes.
Right.
Because sometimes too much detail will sort of blow up your painting.
Especially this one, again, the poppy, our keyword here is impressionism, right? And so we don't want to push too far into rendering complete form, like shapes and forms. We want that kind of suggestion and highlighting certain things.
And make sure you're closing your eyes, you're clearing your mind, and you're noticing how your eye travels. I feel like it goes right here and it's like, and I'm like, I don't want all of this here. I might need to have a little bit more down here. I think I'm going to add some acrylic here, cover that. Here, you can have that. My ADHD is strong today.
Sit with it for a second.
Okay.
Tell a story.
Tell a story. Drink some not paint water.
I'll just give my unsolicited wisdom.
Okay.
I feel like the brain tends to fill in gaps. So when it comes to expressions of form, I love it in a painting or any piece of art where something kind of gets lost, like say a foreground object, those colors kind of get blended in with the background and you don't see an actual line. If the artist knows what they're doing, there's a real beauty to that, and your brain just fills it in automatically.
And that's where, like, you can see a lot of well-executed paintings that are really detailed and very amazing. But then you're drawn to another one where it's just like, I don't know what about it, but my brain gets to fill in the rest of it.
Makes my brain happy.
Yeah. I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to do a glaze with this burnt sienna. A glaze means that I have just oiled it down so it's see-through. And we're going to come in here and just put a little bit of brown on things. And at first things, it's going to make it shiny and a little bit translucent. And it's just going to be pretty. It's just going to be
Pretty.
pretty.
This whole step is really, it's about pretty.
I just focus on first the dark parts of my poppies. And I put a little bit more paint in there. And then I'd come here and put more oil so it just barely has any sienna in there over the rest of the poppy. And then I'm going to do it with most of my poppies. It's going to deepen them, make them more rich. And then I'm going to selectively put in the background where I want that little extra deepening of my color as well. What time are we at, Ron?
We are currently at about 51 minutes,
Okay, we're about there.
so just under an hour.
Nice. So we can finish this.
Uh-huh.
There we go. Why don't I take a picture too? Yeah.
I'll take a picture in 1 second. I'm adding little tiny lines because I think the little dashes goes well with this picture.
And that's another thing you need to think about with composition. Big,
Middle.
little.
Yes, guys, it's back. You loved it so much the first time.
Big, middle, little. You have big, long gold lines. You have little gold lines. You have little gold lines.
Okay, done with gold. On to Sienna. Sienna. Oh,
Pictures. There we go.
kiss our oil.
Now let's talk about the oil
Uh,
and operations.
guys, remember operations as a child and the anxiety and, feeling the overwhelming sense of failure?
So you're gonna have to explain because not everybody played operations before. They're thinking like an operation on them, like they got their tonsils out.
Yeah, so the game operations, you had to dig the little bones out of
Yeah.
the patient board, and the little holes are like barely big enough for the bones to fit in, much less get your tweezers in there.
And had that metal that if your tweezers touched it, it went bzzz.
And it went, and a really horrendous like buzzing sound. And then your older like siblings told you that you just killed a man.
I feel like this is the real story.
It might be. There might be some trauma there.
Uh-huh.
A little baby Megan, like sobbing over the fact that, and her older siblings being like, "You killed him. How could you? I didn't mean to."
Well, how are we killing our oil? Why are we talking about this?
Oh, okay. So to tie it back to artwork, we talk about this because when you dip your brush into your little oil container, you want to make sure you're not touching the edges of the bowl or the cup or whatever it is you're using. And we're just going to very barely get some on our brush, pull it into our palette. Since we're doing glazes, I need quite a bit of oil, but that doesn't mean that I'm just going to dunk it in there. Like, we don't want to get a bunch of paint inside of our oil. And why is that? Because you don't want paint in your oil.
You want you to be able to choose what color you're painting, not what's paint. No, just don't do it.
We like recycle oil quite a bit here at the Academy. I say recycle, but it's more like we get oil and then we pour it into a cup. And so then we can
usually
continue
have a
using
bottle, and then when you're done with it, you pour it back in. You wipe out your cup, and here we have a supply fee, so you don't have to work. Because you know how much energy it takes to stock all of these supplies?
quite a bit.
There's a lot of supplies.
Oil, yes.
And so we have a supply fee where you can just come and use all the supplies. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to reorder it. I'm going to take the hassle out of painting when you're a student here.
Or if you're a paint garden guest, because we do all of that for you too.
Yeah.
So you don't wait a minute.
And see, oil is even better. I thought I would like this, but I don't. And yes, you can take away acrylic, but oil you can literally just wipe off. This is so beautiful. Don't be afraid to curl Z things.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. I know, shush.
I will let you knew that I was laughing at that because wow. Okay.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
What would you say was the worst thing to remove? in operation.
The femur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that stupid bucket, the pail.
Yes.
And I imagine all these medical students like entering school with the false belief that there's actually like a bucket of water in your name.
Right? It's like, wait, where's the bucket?
What?
A bucket of water in
Just a
operations.
single tiny femur in your arm, or leg, or whatever it is.
Right.
Why was there a bucket?
I don't remember.
Because it was water on the knee, whatever that means.
What does that mean? Some boomer made that because I have no idea.
Is that a medical? Like, I'm confused too now. I haven't even really thought about it in a long time. So now I'm just like, why is that? That's weird.
They were all like medical related in some way.
A kind of tongue-in-cheek type of
Yeah.
funniness.
Yeah, I thought they were funny.
Remember there was like those ribs that looked like spare ribs?
Uh-huh. I do remember those.
We should get operations
Nope.
and put little berets and stuff on it. Okay, do not do this. I keep on because I've been painting with acrylic. Want to come and kiss my water? It says water mixable, but for some reason it don't work. It like makes my oil separate. So just use your linseed oil. Don't use your water. This water is only for
Cleaning
washing
it off.
Yeah, washing it off. We should get operations and put a little beret in there and switch everything into like paintbrushes.
Water on the knee is the abnormal accumulation of fluid in or around the knee joint.
Thank
Oh.
you, Google.
And it looks and sounds absolutely awful.
Yeah, nothing about that sounds good.
No.
I have old lady knees, and nope.
Yeah.
That sounds atrocious. So, good thing about oils, if you guys notice, I have just been dabbing paint in places where I want it and then spreading it because it doesn't matter if I just leave it there for the next 5 minutes because it's not going to dry. It's just going to be there until I get to it. So I am just mapping out kind of where I want to put oil down and sienna, and then going back, and then I'll smear it around the way that it should be.
Now, can I go back right now? I lost some of my teal. Could I go get my acrylic and come put it on top of this?
No.
No, that'd be bad.
No. Make sure before you start your oils that you're good with how your acrylic is looking.
I put a little bit too much. I need a new rag. Little bit too much. I can take some water at this point and just, as I say, pick your nose, get your tissue, your rag all around your nose, your finger, whatever this is.
Your finger, not your nose.
Not your nose. Do not put this in your nose.
Please don't. Please, please don't.
You can come here, and I lost some of that, and I can come and wipe it off with my water, with my oil, whatever I need. Please do not dip this in and just like wipe it. Unless you have a specific technique. It hurts my soul. And they're like, it didn't work. And you're like, did you pick your nose? And my students know what that means. That means wrap the rag around your hand.
Yeah, it's true. Especially, this is a watercolor thing. I'll see the kids, they'll take the whole rag and they'll just go. And I'm just like, child, what are you doing?
You can do that if you know what you're doing, and obviously you don't know what you're doing, so stop. You're ruining everything. This beautiful thing, and it's too dark and too light, which looks really good, and they're like freaking out.
Again, the high contrast sometimes scares people.
Can I do this again? I'm
No.
going to do this again. Look. I have done it again, but I'm going to do this obnoxious thing again.
Oh, go get the other one that you've already done because you like it better?
Yeah, see, guys?
She can paint.
I can paint. Look what I did today. Yeah.
It looks good. I don't know why you hate it
It
so
has
much.
like a very dark feeling. I think that's what it is.
Because you push those darks really, really
yeah,
dark.
it's like a Halloween one, which it's not bad. And my soul is depressed, I guess. And my soul was, there we go.
You're just feeling particularly angsty today.
I have the whole painting, this whole week. See? Okay, now beautiful, everybody. Look how beautiful that is. Mm-hmm. I've already signed my name.
So, I put sienna where I want it, and now I'm going over with actually just oil.
Just oil. Mm-hmm. And you do, at this point, want to, like, pick it up and make sure you got the oil where you want it.
Mm-hmm. And since this is oil, I'm going to have to... It'll pick up some of the sienna that I have down. So I just wash it real good, get all the water off of my brush, and then dip it into oil.
It's cool to see how it's dried. Like, this is really shiny. Mm-hmm. And this just has it's dried. It has a nice little sheen. I like it.
Well, makes things shiny.
I think I'm going to sign mine.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about signing works of art. If you are following along with something like this, painting a Van Gogh or something, you're going to want to give them credit. So I write The Muse by Sarah. This is Cindy Muse's, and so I could even go Cindy Muse by Sarah. But Cindy Muse by Sarah Muse seems a little bit musy.
It's getting a little up there in the muses, yeah.
And I'm going to look. I like to put it here or here. I'll have students. I've now made it a thing. You cannot put it up here. That is for grading a paper. You cannot put your name here, because no. You put it here or here, and you're going to look at your picture, and I go, I have space for it here. On my other picture, I put it over there because I have space for it over there. Think about the composition where you like it, and then I'm going to try to make mine a little bit like more delicate. Should we call it The Muse or Muse by Sarah Muse? What are we calling these? The Muses?
The muses are technically the people.
Yes.
9th
9th Muse?
I guess we can't just call them. They're the paint garden paintings. I don't know.
PG Muse? Paint Garden Muse? Where's the PG-13 Muses? The Paint Garden something Muses?
9th Muse after hours.
No, that's our
That's when
models. Where we with the live drawing. I'm just going to put Muse by Sarah Muse. Guys, what do you think?
These are the poppies. I don't know.
What are you going to sign yours as?
Hold on. I keep looking to see where I missed oil.
You know I get it too. Oh, my painting's done.
Oh, you can take the tape off?
Take my tape off. Woohoo! It is officially done.
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
So is mine too. I just want more shine on certain places because it looks weird. I don't want matte and shiny. So I have some matte spots that I'm like, you don't want it, dear. I want it all to be shiny.
I like to have a little matte and shiny.
You do like that, yes.
That's kind of my thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just want the whole thing shiny. Alright, I think I'm satisfied. Chop.
You know, the second time around, mine got worse, and yours, I think, looks more complete.
Do you guys want to see my first one?
Uh-huh. Let's look at this.
So this is my first rendition of this painting.
I think you just pushed the values more.
I think so.
You weren't so afraid, like the background has just more darks and lights.
I defined more leaves this time around.
Uh-huh.
I was struggle bussing really hard with this whole...
Just one stroke, not blendy.
It's a much bigger canvas, so...
Okay. So, let's go through successes. I love your flow. Like, if you come here and you have this beautiful flow that comes up and around, these lines are really elegant. I think that's the word I like to use is elegant. And just the movement is really pretty. The darks and lights and the contrast and where you've intentionally left the background. It looks good. What's your success?
My leaves.
I like your leaves. I love your leaves.
All right, let's look at yours. I don't care what Sarah says. I like this painting. I'm digging the super like fall vibes, like Halloween. It's because of the palette that you chose and how deep you went with it. It feels like fall. It feels like right before the poppies start dying.
The almost death painting.
Yes.
It's an almost pet. Well, poppies do have something with death.
Well, yeah. Well, yes. You make opium out of them.
Oh, okay.
So, drugs.
Yeah, there's not...
Drugs are bad, kids.
Why'd I go there?
Yeah. But successes. So I really enjoy how much contrast you added. You pushed it really, really, really hard. And there's a this way movement to your flow lines. Like literally like it's erupting upwards and out. Like a firecracker.
I should make like little teeth on them.
No.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. What was your success?
I think I like the fall feel of this. I really do. I feel like it turned out better than I was thinking it did. Yeah. So, I want you to make sure that you show us, join our Facebook group. It's down in the link below. Show us. We'll comment on it. We'll give some constructive critiques.
Yes. What was your successes? What did you struggle with? What did you learn? Did you do the oil step with us? You could probably mimic it, something similar, using acrylic glaze mediums. We forgot to mention that. But if you don't have oils, not everybody does. But let us know about your poppies. Are you satisfied with it? Have you signed it? Are you done? Are you walking away?
And remember, what is it? Follow, like, and share. Comment below.
Follow, like, and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Follow, like, and subscribe, because we're, like, awesome.
And then if you do, then you'll see us again. If you don't, we'll just disappear.
It's been fun, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. We will be coming back on... Actually, we should look there so they can see it. These, behind me, Ron.
Go just pick it.
I could.
Yeah.
So we will be coming back on Monday with the Daisy, which will be the second time me and Sarah have painted it again. But
we have audio.
We'll have audio this time. It'll be great. So we're coming back with the Daisy. That'll turn into a sunflower and then turn into 2 sunflowers.
Stay tuned for that one.
Okay. We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.